An esoteric question, I guess, but for most actors, occupation of a role is a short relationship. There are many of those short relationships in life. For an actor to have a relationship with one character over parts of your life, a long arc, where is that in 2014? How happy do the two of you cohabit the one body?
That is an esoteric question. I'll give you a metaphysical answer. To me, it's very interesting because it's the opposite of, let's say, being a great theater actor. And when you're in your early 20s, you play Hamlet, and it's like, wow, I'm playing Hamlet too. And then you're in your mid-30s, and they ask you to come back to play Hamlet, so you just cinch it up a little bit, and you go out and you play Hamlet. And then you're about 50, and they say, you want to do Hamlet again? You're going, Jesus, I don't know. Hamlet's a little iffy, and if you do it, it's embarrassing. The great thing about this is I'm playing this character at the age he's supposed to be. And the only gap is the time that you all haven't seen the show on there. So Cynthia, when she wrote the pilot, I think was absolutely spot on in tracking him emotionally during that hiatus of when nobody saw him. He was a different Bobby. He was the same Bobby who had matured for 25 years. And it's a great thing to do, because I'm not trying to be what I used to be. He's very little of that now. But what that was gave birth to, as it does in all of us, if you could just erase 20 years of your life and say, God, when I was in high school, does that relate to who I am now? Well, kind of. There's a genetic thread, but it's the life experience that puts you where you're at. So she was able to, in writing him at the present, feel what that life experience was for 25 years. And now Bobby is, he's not just mature, but he's patient. He's wiser. He's more adaptable. And the young people should not be adaptable. That's how things change.
Did anything surprise you about that trajectory that she decided upon? I mean, where he is now.
Well, it takes him longer to get on a horse. You have to John Wayne those things now. Close up of the stirrup, the boot goes in, 4 people lift you. It's like that. Those things surprise you. But in my personal life, I take great pleasure in the aging process. I don't try and do anything that I used to do. When I'm working on my ranch, I don't do the things that I did 20 years ago. I point.
Yeah, you've got people to do those.
But it's or you find different ways to do it. Simple things. Putting a new propane bottle on your barbecue, and the new one is down in the barn. So I take a trolley. And I go down, I put it on the trolley, and then I wheel the trolley up, and I put it on the thing. I used to take 2 of them in my hands, and with my shirt unbuttoned. And those days are gone, and I like the fact that they're gone. It's a nice thing to play Bobby at 65. It's really nice.
Now you're directing the episode that's currently being shot. How is it different from directing for the original series, if at all?
Technology is over the moon. It's crazy. It took me, I might have tried to direct last year, but I'm glad I took 2 years to just settle into what television filmmaking is like now. We have cameras that can shoot 15, 20 minutes, and it's that big. It's as big as your iPhone. And it shoots television quality, high-def film. And so you can put it, I could put a camera in the corner up there that even if you pan through it, you wouldn't see it. And it would take a picture of this room. Things like that. The fact that, we can get 30 minutes on a chip. And when I was directing Dallas, it was Panavision, big 35 millimeter things, and you would get 7 to 10 minutes of film, and then they would have to load that thing and go in the dark room and rewind and do a thing and bring another one out and do it. It's totally different.
As we have to do last question.
Can you just talk a little bit about, his family's known for its ruthlessness. They're willing to do anything to make money and keep their legacy. Does Bobby kind of grow into that a little bit? Because he always seemed like he wasn't willing to be as ruthless as the rest of the family.
Well, I think that's harkens back a bit to the maturity of Bobby, and I think it's why political movements are started always by students, okay? Because they are rigid, they are monovision oriented in terms of their causes, and Bobby was like that. His vision is much more peripheral now. he does take into consideration everything. And I think by virtue of that, when you become an adult, you bend your rules a bit. You know, where your children look at you like, how can you do that? You go, you'll learn, you'll understand. You know, we will right this boat eventually, but this is what we have to do. And I think those are the nice things that, you know, I think it's a thing the audience is going to have to get used to, because the last time you saw Bobby, he was, you know, Christopher. And now he's not. And I think people expect Bobby to be a bit more passionately locked in on his rights and wrongs. And I think an adult has to, you know, blend those edges and make them shades of gray. Not 50, but shades of gray. And that's Bobby's now role in the show. Bobby's role in the show is to be the patriarch and to be the touchstone for all of this really energetic, random points of view to come back into focus. And sometimes it focuses, yeah, we have to do this because the circumstances dictate we do this now. But we have to remember who we really are, and we'll come back to this. Where in the old days it was, no, we cannot do this, we have to go here. So it's a great marriage of my age and this show coming back. It's perfect for me right
Very
now.
quick, can we...
That's an addendum to the question, so it's the same question.
Very quick. Is that true that we can expect Priscilla maybe to come back?
I don't know. And you know what? I say that in all honesty. I do not know, because I've made a rule that I don't ask Cynthia and Mike what the future of the show is. I don't even know. I have not read episode 12, which follows this one. It's in an envelope on my desk. I haven't even opened it. I'm dying to know, but I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Not that as an actor you can't know those things and then erase them from your mind and go back, but those are questions that I have no business, you know, injecting my opinion. I would have an opinion, but I don't want it to influence anything, because obviously the right people are in charge.
Okay.
If I were in charge, we'd done 5 episodes and tanked. So there we go.
Great, thanks guys.
Thank you.